Alright folks, today I'm picking corn. Pulling the ears off of my corn. It sounds cruel, but it's necessary. Anyway, I wish I was patient enough to show you this right here. This is a dang good looking ear of Hickory King corn. And I wish I had shown the unboxing, as you might call it. Pollinated good, big. But this is my best ear. I was worried because up in here, as you can see, that dark area, the husk was freaking soaked. And I was like, oh no, it's probably got all kinds of rot in there and the corn looks terrible. Man, I was opening this up and just started seeing these huge kernels. And I was like, praise God, this is freaking gorgeous. I've got a few more smaller ones we'll unwrap and check out. Alright, so let's just start with this one here. This one doesn't look bad. It's small, but other than that, it doesn't look horrible. Oh, here comes the pigs. But as you can see, poor pollination. These kernels don't look great. So this is not one that I want to keep for seed. So we'll throw it to the pigs in a minute. I think that's going to be the case with a lot of these really tiny ones. Yeah, this one got 0 germination. That one's going to the pigs. This one's got holes in it. Not good. Oh my gosh. This is terrible. Oh, it's got mold and stuff. Yeah, it's ugly. See, this is what normally happens when I grow corn. So that's why I was really surprised with that big, healthy one. And I'm going to use all of that for seed. I mean, it would be dumb to just eat it. So yeah, look, water got in there. No germination whatsoever. That's junk. This one may be okay. I don't see any holes in it. Let's see here. How did it germinate so poorly? Literally, there's 2 kernels that germinated. This is awful. So that's very disappointing. But we got that one with some kernels, and then we got this one, which is gorgeous. Definitely planting this one. Alright, so this really awkward one, it's going to the pigs. Here you go, Bacon. Oh yeah, she's all about it. Bacon, you like that? So one of the biggest issues, I already know the issue with why most of the corn did bad. I don't know why this one did so much better than the rest, but all I'm going to say is this is probably God's grace. He's like, keep growing corn, son. And he gave me probably 400 or 500 seeds to keep growing corn with. So that's very exciting. But the big issue here was a lack of nitrogen. Even the plant that this one came off of was not as big as it should have been. These corn plants should be 12 feet tall, which is wild to think about. And they got up to 6, maybe 6.5 feet tall. So they barely passed half the potential that they could have. Like optimally, they should be getting 12 feet. So obviously conditions were not optimal, and that's because of nitrogen. So what do we do about this? Well, we had nitrogen, simple, but how? How is the question? Because really the big reason I got this one is because right over there where I harvested it from, I had quail there, and I had thrown leaves in there with them, and they had pooped on it and scratched around and mixed it in, and the soil was rich from that. So that's what that's for, which is basically a massively scaled up version of what I was doing with the quail, which is old videos, not that interesting to be honest. But in the meantime, because I don't even have chickens in there yet, driving me nuts. I got this nice cage and no chickens. But what I'm doing in the meantime is I'm planting corn in these little pits. So these are, I don't know, a couple weeks old, 2-3 weeks old maybe. And this is a poop pit. And let's see, I've got a moringa tree and a honeydew in there as well. And of course corn. And these corn are actually, there may not even be any Hickory King in there. Maybe there is. I don't know, but there's like 6 different kinds of corn that I've got in here. And so I'm just planting really densely over top of this insanely fertile piece of ground, because remember I put a bunch of fertility in that spot. And so I'm I'm basically amending the soil very densely in one spot and growing densely on that spot. That's, for me, that's been the most immediate, that's been the type of growing that has the most immediate result, which is what we all want, right? We all want things as quickly as possible. And so it's no different with a garden, you know. We all want stuff to grow fast and to be ready to go when we want it to be ready to go. And so this pit method, where you just throw it in the hole, throw whatever kind of fertility you can get your hands on in the hole, has been really good. So I've got that going, and then I did like a trench over here, right here. That's all corn, about the same age, planted a few days apart. So hopefully they will cross-pollinate, but I'm planting really densely because somehow this piece of corn, it not fertilized, but pollinated. It got pollinated really well, and I'm planting densely so that these other pits and that little trench I did over there will also pollinate really well. So that's the game plan. I should be able to get another crop. Actually, if I planted some more now, I could get a third crop, and then I could probably even plant next month and get a fourth crop. So Florida's awesome. You can plant corn through the summer. That's what I'm finding out here. And some of the corn is succumbing to environmental pressure, the heat and the bugs and all that stuff, and some of it's really rocking along. So this, I'm not too upset about this because right now I'm developing resistant seed for this context that I live in. I don't know anyone that's done that, and if I did, or if I do, if any of you guys have awesome Rockstar corn for North Florida, I'd be happy to get my hands on some of that seed, and you know, I'll pay or trade you or whatever. But yeah, so far I'm just putting a bunch of genetics, knowing that some of it is going to fail. Like, I mean, some of this is already getting cut up. The leaves are getting cut up, but you know, some of these corn plants actually look really good. So who am I to argue? But like this individual, I will collect the best seed and keep going. And here, you know, if I can do two crops a year, I'll be able to develop you know, my own variety relatively quick. Yeah, so that's the exciting stuff that's going on with corn. I'm just really grateful that Father blessed me with this this ear of corn, because this is the only ear I got. It's gonna mess with my hearing, huh? All right, you guys have a great day, and grow some corn, and I'll share my seed once I get something, you know, that's good developed. Why not grow it? All right, bye guys.